Yeah, greeting Ethiopian people at home and abroad, and people who love justice and hate aggression. You go here we play a broadcast of His Imperial Majesty, Prince Haile Selassie. To the people who are here now in Africa, East Africa, North Africa, Southwest Africa, because you have internet, you will hear it, but the people in Ethiopia will not hear it, because internet rights were taken away from them. What we're saying that if you have the opportunity to let the Ethiopian people, most of all the Omara people, hear this in this Facebook, please find a way to let them hear it, because it's very important that them know that they are not alone. There are other people, other part of the world who are supporting them for the struggle, liberation, and restoration of the dynasty of Haile Selassie I, Emperor, and restoration, constitutional monarchy. Because from 1931, the 16th of July, Ethiopia became the first constitutional monarchy state in Ethiopia, Africa. So with this, I'd ask to say, well, when you hear this broadcast, try and make a brother and sister in Ethiopia, most of all the Omara people, hear it, that you can understand clearly what was said in 1987 by His Imperial Majesty, Prince Haile and murdered Haile Selassie. Give thanks, Haile Selassie first living.
The name of Emperor Haile Selassie I of Ethiopia, one God. The visiting march of Prince David Mokanan, grandson of the Emperor of Ethiopia, and this interview on JBC Radio also is official discussion with the international president of the Imperial Ethiopian World Federation Incorporated, has causes a lot of controversy. Most of all, the establishment of a second organization which is seen as undermining the IEWF Incorporated, the mandatory organism of the core movement in Jamaica. This behavior at a time when Rasta should be thinking of consolidating their efforts, dealing with a free Ethiopia, and not dividing the movement by the personality behavior of elements who has motivated the prince to oppose the platform established by the Emperor Haile Selassie I of Ethiopia, 1937. The meeting held with different hosts of Rasta and the reactionary statement made by some supporters of the prince created a situation wherein the international president had to visit London to report the owe development to the Crown Prince of Ethiopia, Prince Haile Selassie, and the Crown Council. This was done in June. During the President's visit to the Crown Prince, a letter was given to him to be published in the Daily Gleaner, Jamaica, and a tape message from the Crown Prince was given to him to be broadcast to the members of the Rastafarian movement and Federation members. This broadcast you are about to hear is from the Crown Prince of Ethiopia, Prince Haile Selassie. IEWF Incorporated hope this broadcast will enlighten the brethren and sistren of what is their responsibility and priority, and the organization they should rally their support, dealing with restoration and liberation, leading to repatriation to Ethiopia. Haile Selassie I, live better.
Brother Marinus, this is the recording of the letter that His Imperial Highness Crown Prince has kindly given to you and as Secretary to the Council, the Crown Council. I am pleased to read it out and record it for you to be read and understood by the followers of the Rastafarian movement, especially the Imperial Ethiopian World Federation Incorporated interests. The letter is dated June the 12th, 1987, London. To the International President and the Council of the Imperial Ethiopian World Federation Incorporated, and all Rastafarians and followers of the movement around the world. Greetings in the name of the Almighty God, and may His blessings reach you all, I, wherever you are. We are thankful for the excellent situation report made in our presence here in London on June the 9th, 1987, by Brother Emmanuel Fox, the International President of the IEWF Incorporated. In true faith and unwavering allegiance to the sacred objectives of my father, Emperor Haile Selassie I, I call upon the loyal followers of all the Rastafarian movement at large, and the IEWF Incorporated in particular, again to redouble your continued efforts in the ongoing struggles, using all democratic wisdom's might and strength to unify and solidify the black peoples of the world in the defense of the legitimate sovereignty of our country and the free people of Ethiopia everywhere, against the oppressive evils of the Marxist military junta's dictatorship under the direction and domination of Ethiopia by the communist bloc countries, particularly that of Soviet Russia. It is necessary also at this stage to restate the true wishes and sacred call of my father, Emperor Haile Selassie I, as made in 1937, for the black peoples of the world to unite, first, in the defense of Ethiopia's sovereignty, and second, the restoration of the constitutional monarchy of the House of King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba dynasty in Ethiopia, and finally, to promote and legitimize the right of repatriation of all black people to the motherland. This sacred call is very much valid and alive more than ever today. To these ends, His Majesty my father has then set up the Ethiopian World Federation Incorporated, whose charter we have already renewed and mandated, and the Imperial Ethiopian World Federation Incorporated to stop the abuse of the sacred organization by pro-communist camps that have attempted to control the work of the international body without any stated allegiance to us, the Crown Prince, the only legitimate custodian of the constitutional monarchy of Solomon and Queen Sheba dynasty of Ethiopia, which is that of my father, Emperor Haile Selassie I. It is therefore essential and should be known publicly that the IEWF Incorporated is charged to organize, protect, and manifest the sacred goals and objectives, and truly represents the Rasta movement at large, democratically and politically, and embrace the grassroots members of the movement at their own parishes by seeking representation from their own organizational bodies. Unity in diversity shall be the democratic goal of the might and strength of the Rasta movement at large, loyal to its cause and the Imperial House. We therefore ask you all Rastas again to unify and solidify your efforts at the top by being represented in the Council of the IEWF Incorporated under the umbrella of the renewed charter. The IEWF Incorporated shall to this end broaden its appeal and representation by calling a Congress of all Rastas movement to give it legitimacy and continuity of purpose and achievement. Finally, we are pleased to note the program to establish worldwide chapters and the proper bid for the built in Jamaica. We also note with appreciation all the detailed activities as reported to us personally. It suffices therefore to say that any other person, prince or noble, or representative of any organization claiming to represent the Imperial House and attempting to deflect the loyalty and purpose of the work of the Rasta movement in our name is to be ignored and treated with contempt. We are not a party to, nor know of any such body or person seeking your cooperation in the name of our Imperial House. The true and direct expression of our wishes and message is to be sought from us directly, working under our own council. The Imperial House is apolitical and does not have any party allegiance to no one except to the sacred call of my father, Emperor Haile Selassie I, for the black people of the world to unite again in the defense of the Ethiopian sovereignty, in the restoration of the constitutional monarchy of the house of King Solomon and Queen of Sheba dynasty in Ethiopia, and the right of the repatriation of all the black people of Africa to the motherland. These are our lofty causes, and we call upon all Rastas to rise up to your sacred call of duty. This I am saying to you, my people. The blessings of the might of the Trinity be with you all. Liberty in our nation. His Imperial Highness merits as much as Emperor Haile Selassie, Crown Prince of Ethiopia. And ends the letter. Thank you.
Yes, Rasta people, know that you have heard the Crown Prince as well as an Haile Selassie broadcast. This can directly show you that we have a duty to His Imperial Majesty. And that is why I'm saying it's calling upon us all Rastafari worldwide to involve more. Right now, from 1974, the Rasta man in Jamaica, he don't get involved in it. It's only we alone that carry the struggle. And it's sad to know that we have made this broadcast to the people of Africa because Ethiopian people don't have internet. But I believe that one of these countries in Ethiopia, Africa, will allow the Ethiopian people to hear this broadcast and consolidate the whole thing. Now that we know the whole thing, now we're going to turn our attention to the Omaro people. Because right now we get to understand that them is more active in Ethiopian struggle than the other people. So I'm going to get back to the Honorable Brother Chris to make a statement on it.
Yes, greetings again in the name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I. Well, Ethiopians at home and abroad, because we know the Ethiopians at home in Ethiopia, we know everyone get this message one way or the other. We would like to rise up and awaken all of the royalists in Ethiopia, because we know so most of the Ethiopian people today, they are underage. I was underage because from 1974 until now it's 40 odd years. So the people who were in Ethiopia from that time, before the overthrow, these people are elderly people right now. But I know for sure that them parents and them grandparents tell them about the whole thing. So here we are saying now, we are saying the people in Ethiopia at home and abroad, rise up now, the royalists them, don't be afraid. You hear the statement by Crown Prince Haile Selassie, and we would like to call on all the royal family, who are in the West. We would like them to organize and centralize the movement for liberation, restoration of the government and dynasty of Emperor Haile Selassie I. We're calling all Rastafarians worldwide, in Jamaica and worldwide. We are calling on all African states and African government and people to rise up now, because Africa is not free either. Africa right now must consolidate this liberation, restoration struggle, because Africa is not free. The whole of Africa is still under the colonial bar, under the colonial mentality, and under the colonial mechanism. We have some mechanism, the government of Africa, them still not free. So we are saying, in order for you to be free, we want you to aid Ethiopia in its time of need. You must aid Ethiopia in its time of need, which is now. So we are saying, we are calling on all the people in Ethiopia, all the world government. We are calling upon the government of Africa and the people of Africa. We are calling upon the Jamaican government and the Rastafarians them in Jamaica and the Caribbean and worldwide. We know that you have not consolidated the struggle for liberation, restoration, but you hear it now from Crown Prince Haile Selassie, King Haile Selassie. You hear it from him, from his own mouth, that he's talking about the secret goal and objective of his father, Emperor Haile Selassie I. So if you say that you are Rastafarians, then you must consolidate this restoration struggle as Majesty government in Ethiopia. Stop say that His Majesty give power to the Derg. Stop it. Because you hear him son who carry out him objective, Emperor Selassie I's objective for build a government in the West. You hear him call through the Federation is Imperial Ethiopian World Federation. I say it again, the Imperial Ethiopian World Federation Incorporated. You hear him identify it, not the EWF anymore, that was past tense because Mengistu the Derg take over that. So you have to renew the banner and add the I to it, so it's owned by His Majesty and his dynasty. His Majesty Emperor Selassie I and his dynasty. Here I want to say it again, the Imperial Ethiopian World Federation and the Church of Haile Selassie I. We are the only one who carry the soul of restoration as His Majesty Constitutional Monarchy in Ethiopia. So we are called upon all of the people in the world, the government them. And if you want to find it on the internet, it's imchurch.org. HIMCHURCH full stop ORG imchurch.org. We are calling on you and we are saying that say let your conscience be your guide. Because we are telling you say today Africa, Ethiopia is not free. So we are calling on people them who scatter in the West, the Ethiopians who are in the West, we are calling upon them to listen to this broadcast by Crown Prince Haile Selassie. Listen to it and hear him I say, and you see from how long ago he made this broadcast, this letter, this statement, and it was played in Jamaica from that time on JBC. Yes, I will bring it again now to you and carry it worldwide on the internet through this Facebook thing. So you can't claim ignorance. We want you to support us. Right now we're in Jamaica at 29 Oxford Street, Kingston, Jamaica, West Indies. And we're going to give the number again in church.org, and our number here in Jamaica is 876-422-9888. And we are saying liberty in our nation means the lion. We are giving the number again 876-422-9888. That is the number in Jamaica. So we are saying contact us in some form of a way. Show your support to this liberation struggle in Jamaica for the liberation and restoration of the government and the dynasty of Emperor Haile Selassie I. Long live the government and the dynasty of Emperor Haile Selassie I, His Majesty.
Greetings, brethren and sisters. Greeting in the name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I, one God. Ethiopians, those at home and abroad, it is important in this time for you to take part in this struggle for a free and liberated Ethiopia and the restoration of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I constitutional monarchy. The young Ethiopians who is a part of the Arama activist movement that helped to overthrow the Selang Haile Miriam. It's important for you to understand what King Amma, Emperor Selassie I, tell the Ethiopian people, those at home and abroad, and in particular the Rastafarian community, that they should consolidate their efforts towards this restoration of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Selassie I constitutional government and monarchy. The sacred objective of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Selassie I is for the restoration and bring back that long overjoyed glory that we enjoyed from a longer time. It's important that you take part in this struggle and use His Imperial Majesty Emperor Selassie I as the base for the struggle. Because His Imperial Majesty Emperor Selassie I is the founder for all liberation struggle in Africa, Ethiopia, and the world. His Imperial Majesty Emperor Selassie I, 1936, freed the world from bondage, from fascism, from communism. Today, we have to reconsider and consolidate our efforts towards a free and liberated Ethiopia. Without the crown, Ethiopian people don't have anything. Europe have Marxism, capitalism, imperialism, and all these things. But we, as a people, have to find ourselves. The Rastafarian people worldwide should show their effort for a free and liberated Ethiopia. King Amma Selassie I says, we as Ethiopian and Rastafarians should actively participate in this struggle. Because we can say, Menguste, get the rice from His Majesty. That is madness. You have some Rasta and Shashamane today who get carried away by personalitism. We, as a people, have to be serious in this time, defend the rights and help to restore the monarchy of Ethiopia. The Rama people who've been subjected to inhuman condition from a longer time must stand up now and use the crown as the base for the struggle. Because without that, there is nothing. We must understand where we are going and where we are coming from. The young activists, 1974, some of them didn't born as yet. But now, through the Imperial Ethiopian World Federation Incorporated and the Church of Haile Selassie I was here to inculcate and disseminate the whole doctrine and the whole truth to them.
Keep it alive.
Must keep it alive in this time. Yes, you must keep it alive because we understand 28 last month should be known, I known, but you haven't seen anything. So we have to use the Lion of the tribe of Judah as our base for the restoration and for the liberation of Ethiopia. We have to use it. The older people should remind them children of what take place before some of them born. Yes, with Andropov, Fidel Castro, who changed Moscow Square to Red Square and tried to bring down Ethiopian people to nothing. We have to stand up now. And the Rastafarian community will be carried away under all different guys. Must stand up and support the struggle. Support the mass movement through the Imperial Ethiopian World Federation Incorporated and the Church of Haile Selassie I, who is here to educate them spiritually and economically and strengthen them within this liberation, because it's an economical liberation and we have to use the necessary means to help liberate our people. Brethren and sisters, we are calling all Rastafarians to show their solidarity to the movement. If you are a Rastafarian and you say you love His Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I, you must show it and not be like cowards and sell out. No, you have to stand up and fly our flag high, the green, gold and red with the lion in it, because His Majesty give us that and so we must honor it. Brothers and sisters, we owe it to our generation, the unborn, and those to come. As Isaiah 48:17 says, the holy God of Ethiopia, Emperor Haile Selassie I, who gave us the law to save us, the one who come to teach us so we can find our way and teach us the good doctrine and the good law, and direct us the way that we should go as a people. Because without that, it's not Stalinism, it's not Marxism, it's not communism. We have to try Menguste also, if we are serious as a people, to correct this abuse that take place in Ethiopia 1974. Our prince and princess in the prison, end of the world prison, and we stand up and look, turn a blind eye to the whole thing as Ethiopian people. Where is our dignity as a people? We have to find it back. His Majesty give us that. He consolidate the whole Ethiopia, all ethnic groups. 1936, everyone stand up and fight for a free Ethiopia. If we bring it back again, the Amara people, the Rama people must stand up and use the crown as a symbol for a free Ethiopia. for the restoration of the constitutional monarchy of Emperor Haile Selassie I, and bring it back so we can be a proud people again and walk with dignity with our heads up high and our flag flying high through the conquering land of the tribe of Judah, Emperor Haile Selassie I. We cannot and must not reduce ourselves as a people. Calling upon you now, stand up to the sacred call and the sacred goals as Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I established, and through his son, King Haile Selassie I. You heard this broadcast before, calling upon all Ethiopian people, those at home and abroad, and Rastafarian people. Brethren and sisters, it's up to us now to defend it. Long live His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I, one God.
Yes, we have seen 3 dancehall music take place that day. Bonawela, Rita Marley, and 12 Tribe. The question is, what they do with all the money they make off with dance? Them contributing to Ethiopian liberation struggle. Them know we're based on Oxford Street, and irrespective may have different opinion towards Rastaism. But the struggle is important to us. The Minimum Council, Rita Marley, and 12 Tribe must do something meaningful that capital M towards the liberation struggle. They can make we meet and negotiate, or they can contribute to the liberation struggle. We don't really have to go in the pros and cons and why they don't like we and why we don't like them. I think the priority is one, because 1937 it was the Christian in America, the Baptist, the Catholic, the Protestant, Jehovah's Witness, and all in the French religious group meet and consolidate EWF when the Communist Party tried to take it over. Dr. Malaki then established the EWF with different religious bodies. So that should be as an example to us that irrespective, the Catholic, the Protestant, the Baptist, the born again, the Jehovah's Witness, unite themselves and send money to Ethiopia and want the liberation of Ethiopia. That is Imperial Majesty 55 could give the land Shashamane as a token to people who support Ethiopia during the struggle. So if you look on something real, you have to look on and say, well, in 1937, the Catholic and the Protestant could unite for Ethiopia liberation. Why we the Rasta man who say we love His Majesty, 12 Tribe, Bobo Shanti, Ayabingi, Millennium Council, why we can use that example and meet and discuss how we can contribute to the liberation of Ethiopia and restoration of the dynasty of Haile Selassie I and constitutional monarchy. I believe that when you hear this broadcast and this thing tonight, the whalers, them and all of them should think again that 37, all of those groups in America unite and help Ethiopia. That today, 55, is Imperial Majesty give the land Shishamani as a token to everybody that today the Rastaman capture the land and want to put up the Omaro people out of the land but can't cause war. So Wela, 12 Tribe, Bobo Shanti, Millennium Council, Ritas, put yourself in the position of 37 and call yourself Catholic Protestant, born again, and let us meet. Because I personally, Brother Fox, I have sentiment on the item, but the liberation of Ethiopia is bigger than my sentiment. And I asked them to listen to this broadcast tonight. And when you look at chalice and you have to certain things, think what we say, be like the people in Ethiopia who get help from America. It is very important. And remember one thing, Paris Striker come 1991 and kill Russian socialism. And regardless, we have sentiment. Paris Striker destroy Russia socialism. And if you listen to the brother, Prince, when he was making the broadcast, he said the Soviet Russia And tonight, every ex-man in America is a multimillionaire. Every ex-man in Russia tonight is a multimillionaire. Gorbachev caused that. So I like the Ethiopian people know, and the South Africa know that there is no socialism anymore. Perestroika come and destroy socialism. So we could look at point again tonight. 29 Oxford Street is the base for the Crown movement and the mass movement. If you have any help to give us economically, you can send it to 29 Oxford Street, the Church of Haile Selassie I. Any check you have come send to 29 Oxford Street to us, and it can help you. Because we're going to make a broadcast very shortly to the people of Jamaica and through technology to the world. And we need other broadcasts like that. So please, tonight, don't make a sentiment blind with eye or responsibility. Come in upon it and think upon it. Liberty of one nation equal lion. Blessed be God, Rastafari, His Majesty.